This challenge is definitely possible and it's actually really easy. Maybe I should do this next time by only uploading dexterity. Katana are one of the funnest weapon in the game. That isn't the ultra great swords. I love this Zweihander. But anyways, let's get into this challenge. So, I thought of a name for my character, Samurai. After that, I made my character look questionable. I also chose the Wanderer class, thinking the Uchi Katana would take 12 strength and 16 dexterity. I was completely wrong. We start in the Undead Asylum, and I used my Scimitar on the Asylum Demon. Now we reach Filing, and I pour some levels into dexterity now. We finally found him, the male undead merchant. After defeating him, we now have our first and mostly only Katana. The Uchi Katana. I like the Uchi Katana. It's a pretty fun weapon. Did you know actually though that if you put a katana in your offhand, you can parry? The Taurus demon gets defeated. Wait, I died to the Taurus demon. Now I defeat the Torment's demon. Dang it! Now I defeat him and get the demon's great axe off him. That's the first time that's happened to me. I upgrade dexterity and endurance. I adventure through Darkroot Bazin to get the Grass Best Shield. Now I get to Blacksmith Center to get my Uchi Katana to +1, and then +2, and then +3. Now I go fight the Bell Gargoyles. It was a little bit hard. It was a little bit of a struggle, nothing too hard. Now the first Bell of Awakening is run. Time for the Stray Demon. But before that, I do get the Ring of Favor and Protection. Now, time for the Stray Demon. This really isn't a hard boss fight. I died once to him, but since all katanas have bleed build up, they will shred the Stray Demon. After that, I use his souls to get the crest of Atora. I meant Artorius. I want to get the crest so that way I can get the stone armor and join the Forest Hunter Covenant to get the washing pole. I died along the way, but I get there to join the Covenant. And I get the armor to fight the Capra Demon, but for now I went light down to fight Quailag. She went down on my first try and now I can get the washing pole. I never used it. I went to go explore Sen's Fortress for a bit, until I went to the Capra Demon. I did it first try, nothing too special because I had the stone arm. I went to the depths to get the large ember and got the sack to put on my character's head. And I freed Laurentius and went back to Sen's Fortress. Something I never do, and I do something I never do and summon Eintarchus. The fight was really easy, now we go to Anor Londo. Now, in Anor Londo, I want to go make my katana into the Chaos Blade, but before that, we have to go through what I like to call the Anor Londo Gauntlet, which is the very skinny platforms by the Chandelier and the Anor Londo Archers, some of my least favourite parts of the game. That isn't New Londo, Lost Islip, or Tomb of the Giants. Oh, and the Catacombs. I didn't start there. Anyways, the gauntlet was actually quite easy. I light the bonfire here and kindle it for Ornstein and Schmal. I get Havel's armor for the Four Kings, and kill the Mimic for something I don't need. I try to get the Demon Titanite where the Silver Knight are, keyword try. Instead I just go to the blacksmith to turn my katana into the Chaos Blade, best katana in the game. And I try it out and it's pretty good. The health drain isn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. I go get the chest of Demon Titanite the Silver Knight are guarding, and get my blade +3. Now I go fight Ornstein and Schmal. I died on my first try, a bit of a bumhole I know. I did see though that the Chaos Blade is a very powerful weapon. On my second try I kill Ornstein's first, like I always do, and beat Super Schmo. In fact, I'll show you the raw footage of the Chaos Blade. After that, I acquired a Lord Vessel, and now we can fast travel. So I go back to Firelink to go to the Catacombs to fight Pinwheel. And like I said earlier, I don't like the Catacombs, but I have to fight Nito somehow. But before that, I try to get the Demon Titan, some of the Demon Titanite. I try to get some of the Demon Titanite, the Ring of Evil Eye, and defeat the Moonlight Flutterby. And now fight Sif now. I go fight Pinwheel, and then I go fight Pinwheel, and it wasn't that hard. He's never that hard. I got the best mask though. After fighting Pinwheel, I went to go to try to fight the Titanite demon in the catacombs. He was really hard, and I thought I'd get 2 demon Titanite, but I only got 1, well, you could probably guess that I was pretty messed off. After that, I go to the Tomb of the Giants to go fight Nito. I really hate getting to this boss, and I really hate this boss. Anyways, I find the Skull Lantern, and I realise I accidentally did Ray's quest, and I die to the Hollows here. After that, I choose the wrong dialogue options with Patches on accident, so he dulls me in and I win. Now I get the bonfire in here, and I fight the Hollows here, and I die, and die again, until I win. Now I have to go fight Nito, and I hate this area. I'd probably say it's worse than Lost Isla. Anyways, I die. Sorry, read the script wrong. Anyways, I go fight. I read the script wrong again. I finally get to the second bonfire. Now it's a bit easier to get to Nito. But anyways, I get to Nito and I die and die again. Did I ever mention that I hate his Gravelord sword attack? Anyways, I defeat him on my 3rd try. And I go back to Firelink to go to Demon Ruins in Blighttown to go fight Ceaseless Discharge. I defeat him 2nd try. After that, I go fight the Titanite Demon in Anolondo, and I win. And now I can get my Chaos Blade to plus 5. Now, I'm going to go fight the 4 Kings. Before that, though, I'm going to get to plus 20 Estus now. And I'm going to go fight the 4 Kings. I get the key to the seal to train to... I get the key to the seal and drain New Londo. Now I go fight the 4 Kings. And I have Havel's armor on, so it was obviously pretty easy. I did it first try, nothing else to say. I go back to the Demon Ruins to fight Bed of Chaos. I hate this boss. Before that, though, I have to go through the Isle of after that, before that, I have to go to the Isle of Boss Rush, which consists of Demon Fire Sage and Onion, and the other one. Demon Fire Sage and Onion was actually pretty easy, especially since my weapon has bleed build up. The other demon was also pretty easy, but Bed of Chaos is like a horrible boss, and it took so many tries until I eventually got it, though. Now, so for the final Lord Song, Save the Scaleless. Before that, I have to go through the Duke's Archives, and it was pretty easy, so was safe. Now, time for Gwyn, Lord of Cider. Before that, though, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. For some reason, you can do it if you want, but for some reason, though, this time Gwyn took so many tries. I died so many times till I defeat him. In fact, I'll show you the recording of me defeating him. And I wonder what ending I should choose. Well, I always like to choose the Dark Lord ending. It's just the cooler looking ending. And yes, you can beat Dark Souls 1 with katanas only. Thanks for watching.